Today we look at Hearthstone Mage Cthulhu. Today we're going to look at a mage deck involving one of the most powerful cards in the current meta, Cthulhu. As always, I'll provide a deck list, opening mulligans, and general strategies in order to use this deck. So without further ado, let's get started. Like I said, this deck is all about maintaining control until you give somebody a hentai tentacle slap across the face with Cthulhu. To this end, you have 6 damaging spells to help you out, 2 of each of Arcane Blast, Frostbolt, and Fireball. To help you maintain control of the game, there are several spells to help you out. Mana Worms will buff themselves every time you cast a spell. Arcane Intellect will give you card draw. Fallen Hero will buff your hero ability to add 1 more damage. Azure Drake will give you both card draw and increased spell power. Water Elementals will slow down bigger minions by freezing them when they're touched by him. Ethereal Conjurer will summon another spell for you to use, and Faceless Summoner will summon a random 3-cost minion. Like I said before though, this deck is all about Cthulhu. Your Cult Sorcerers will buff Cthulhu every time you cast a spell by +1/+1. Your Beckoner of Evil is a quick 2/3 minion that will give you +2/+2 to your Cthulhu wherever he is. Disciple of Cthulhu will deal 2 damage to any target of your choice while also buffing Cthulhu. Twilight Elder is a 3/4 which will buff Cthulhu every single turn. Cthulhu's Chosen is a 4/2 Divine Shield minion which will buff Cthulhu +2/+2. Crazed Worshipper is a 3/6 taunt that every time he gets hit and takes the damage, will buff Cthulhu +1/+1. And the big star of this list is Twin Emperor Veclor, which if Cthulhu is over a 10/10 at the time of his cast, will give you 2 4/6 taunts. And then you have Cthulhu himself, which upon cast, his battle cry, which for each strength that he has, will cast 1 damage to a random enemy target. These are typically the cards I'll keep in my opening hand. It gives you some minor board clear to keep aggro decks off your tush, as well as giving you a way to buff Cthulhu early on into the game. This deck is all about maintaining control while not getting overwhelmed. Cards like Beckoner of Evil are low-cost minions that will buff Cthulhu, while cards like Cult Sorcerer will buff Cthulhu, as well as provide additional bonuses. Use these additional buffs to help maintain a board that you can control. Be sure to use your Disciple of Cthulhu very well, as it will help you keep a board clear as well as buff Cthulhu +2/+2. Don't be shy to use your minions and spells to keep the board small. You want the board small for when Cthulhu comes out so the damage is to the face. You can use minions like Water Elemental to slow down the faster decks so that you don't get overwhelmed too quickly. You can use cards like Fallen Hero to take out 2 health minions or to whittle down an opponent's health. And use cards like Mana Worm to get more benefit out of your spells by buffing them into a 2/3 creature. Use Veclor to slow down decks by summoning 2 4/6 taunts with only 7 mana, making him one nasty card to have in the game. Be sure to remember that Cthulhu has to have at least 10 attack for this synergy to work, otherwise you're summoning a very weak 4/6 taunt for 7 mana. And finally, Big Daddy Cthulhu himself, dealing damage equal to his attack randomly split amongst all enemies. This can be an in-game player in and of itself, or it can help you clear the board if things have gotten out of control for you in the game. So, in summary, use your Cthulhu minions to buff Cthulhu for an in-game swing, as well as utilize your other minions and control cards to keep control of the opponent's board during the course of the game. Don't be afraid to use your spells and your minions to keep the opponent's board manageable, so that you can slap them in the face with the Hentai Tentacle of Doom. Don't get overzealous with Cthulhu though. Be sure to calculate it correctly so that you can either kill their opponent or take back control of the board. I hope you enjoyed this vid. Please check out my other vids, Death Rattle Rogue, as well as check out my channel, like and subscribe. Thanks and peace out and have a great one.